Every day begins with conversations we don't plan. A short talk while walking, a few words before work, a simple exchange that lasts only seconds, yet stays with us longer than we expect. This is where real English lives, not in long speeches, not in perfect sentences, but in everyday moments. Welcome back to Fluent Ears. If you're here today, you're not just learning English for exams or interviews. You're learning it for life.
This episode is part of our Spoken English playlist, where English sounds the way it's actually spoken in everyday American situations. Relaxed, natural, human.
In real life, people don't pause to think about grammar rules. They speak with feeling, with habit, with comfort. That comfort is what many learners are searching for. Episode 4 focuses on everyday American English expressions, the kind people use without realizing they're using them. Expressions that carry emotion, attitude, confidence. To break the mold means to do something in a new way, not following the old pattern. That's exactly what spoken English does. Some learners worry about making mistakes. They hold back. They stay quiet. But fluency doesn't grow in silence.
Fluency grows when you listen to real conversations and allow yourself to go with the flow.
To go with the flow means to stay relaxed and accept things as they happen. It's a mindset, and it's powerful for language learning. In this episode, you'll hear English spoken the way Americans use it every day. At cafes, at work, between friends. In ordinary moments that feel natural.
You don't need to understand every word. You don't need to repeat everything perfectly. Just listen. Feel the rhythm. Notice the tone. Pay attention to how relaxed English can sound.
Confidence often comes from small wins. Understanding a phrase, recognizing an expression, feeling that spark of exuberance, that sudden positive energy when things finally click. That feeling matters, because language isn't just about communication, it's about connection.
So take a breath. You're not here to rush. You're here to grow, naturally.
This is episode 4, Everyday American English. Real expressions, real conversations. And it all begins with listening.
Scene 2 begins now. I like mornings like this. They feel calm, like the day hasn't decided what it's going to be yet.
That's a good way to put it. Mornings still have room for optimism.
Exactly. Once the day gets busy, everything feels louder.
And heavier. Responsibilities have a way of piling up.
You sound like you've been through a few of those days.
More than a few. You learn over time that not every problem needs an immediate reaction.
That's something I'm still learning.
Most people are, especially early in their careers.
Lately, I've been trying not to overthink things.
That's smart. Overthinking drains energy fast.
Yeah. So today, I told myself I'd just go with the flow.
That idiom never gets old.
It really fits real life, though.
It does. When you go with the flow, you stop fighting situations you can't control and focus on what you can do.
That alone makes things feel lighter.
Excuse me, is this seat taken?
Oh, no, go ahead.
Thank you. Mornings like this make me feel hopeful.
They do. There's a quiet energy in the air.
Exactly. Not rushed. Not stressful.
I wish every day started like this.
Me too. That's me. Nice talking to you both.
You too. Have a great day.
Small interactions like that say a lot about daily English.
Yeah, no pressure, just natural conversation.
That's the kind of English people actually use.
Sometimes I worry about making mistakes when I speak.
Everyone does at first, but confidence doesn't come from perfection.
It comes from practice?
And from accepting that sometimes you'll take the rap for things that aren't entirely your fault.
That's true, especially at work.
To take the rap means accepting blame or responsibility, even when the situation is complicated.
That happens more often than people admit.
It does, but handling it calmly can actually build respect.
You know, conversations like this make English feel easier.
That's because this is real English,
Not polished, not perfect.
just spoken. Everyday conversations don't need big words or perfect sentences. They just need honesty, rhythm, and a willingness to speak. And that's where spoken English begins to feel natural.
It's strange how the day changes after noon.
It does. The morning feels full of possibility, but by midday, reality settles in.
Yeah, people look more serious.
That's when responsibility kicks in.
I noticed something, though.
What's that?
Some people still walk around with so much energy, even after a long morning.
That's exuberance.
Exuberance?
Yeah, it means showing strong, positive energy, almost like enthusiasm that spills over.
That makes sense. You can feel it when someone has it.
Exactly. It's not forced, it's natural.
I admire that. I lose energy halfway through the day.
That's normal. Experience teaches you how to manage it.
How?
By knowing when to push and when to slow down.
I usually push too hard.
Most people do, at first.
Do you ever feel like your effort goes unnoticed?
More times than I can count.
That's frustrating.
It is, but effort isn't always wasted.
Even if there's no reward?
Sometimes the recompense isn't immediate.
Recompense. That means payment, right?
Yes, or compensation for what you've done.
So not always money?
Exactly. Sometimes recompense comes as trust, sometimes respect, sometimes opportunity.
I like that way of thinking.
It helps you stay patient.
Earlier in my career, I thought hard work would always be noticed.
That belief breaks quickly.
Yeah, it did.
But that doesn't mean hard work isn't worth it.
It just means you need balance.
And perspective.
Talking to you makes things clearer.
That's what conversations are for. Spoken English often appears in moments of reflection, not rushed, not dramatic, just people sharing thoughts in simple, honest language. These conversations build confidence, not only in speaking, but in understanding how English feels.
The air feels different in the evening.
It does, like the day is slowly letting go.
I always feel more reflective at this time.
That's common. Evenings give you space to think.
Do you ever look back and think you would do things differently?
All the time.
Doesn't that bother you?
Not anymore. Experience teaches you to accept it.
I still replay things in my head.
That means you care.
Sometimes it feels like caring too much.
There's a balance. Caring keeps you human, but overthinking keeps you stuck.
At work today, I noticed people talking about a new idea.
Was it well received?
Very. It was being touted as something revolutionary.
That happens a lot.
What do you mean?
When something is touted, people praise it heavily, sometimes before it's even tested.
So it's not always realistic?
Exactly. Some ideas live up to the praise, others don't.
That explains a lot. I admire how calm you stay when things don't go as planned.
That came with time.
How so?
You realize you can't control everything. And when you accept that, you start choosing your reactions carefully.
So you don't fight every situation.
Number. Sometimes the best option is to go with the flow.
I'm starting to understand that better now.
It makes life lighter.
Do you think spoken English works the same way?
Absolutely.
How?
When learners stop forcing perfection and allow themselves to speak naturally, their English improves faster.
So mistakes are part of it.
They always are.
That's reassuring.
Good. English should feel supportive, not stressful. As the day winds down, conversations become slower, softer. These are the moments where spoken English feels most natural, unforced, and real.
You know, earlier today I was feeling unsure about myself.
About work?
About everything, honestly. My decisions, my progress.
That feeling never fully disappears.
Really?
It just changes shape as you get older.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm doing things the right way.
Most people do.
It feels like everyone else has it figured out.
That's an illusion.
So people are just better at hiding it?
Exactly. Confidence often looks louder than it really is.
Today, when something went wrong at work, I immediately blamed myself.
Did you need to?
Not completely, but I felt responsible.
That's when people often take the rap.
Even when it's not fully their fault.
Yes, to take the rap means accepting blame or responsibility, sometimes to keep things moving forward.
That can be exhausting.
It can be. That's why boundaries matter.
How did you learn that?
By making mistakes, by taking the rap too many times.
That sounds heavy.
It was, but it taught me something valuable.
What's that?
You can be responsible without being hard on yourself.
I like that distinction.
Most people don't make it.
Talking like this makes English feel easier.
Because you're not performing.
Yeah, I'm just speaking.
That's spoken English at its best.
No pressure, no perfect sentences.
Just connection.
Spoken English becomes natural when people stop trying to impress and start trying to connect. These moments, quiet, honest, unplanned, are where confidence grows. You know what I've been thinking about?
What's that?
How differently people speak when they're comfortable.
That's an important observation.
When someone feels relaxed, their English sounds smoother.
Because they're not filtering every word.
Exactly. They're not translating in their head.
They're just responding.
I catch myself doing that sometimes, translating before I speak.
Most learners do.
It slows everything down.
It does, and it adds pressure.
So how do you stop doing it?
You don't stop it overnight, you slowly replace it.
Replace it with what?
With familiarity. The more you hear real English, the less your brain needs to translate.
That explains why listening helps so much.
Listening is underrated.
People always focus on speaking first.
But speaking improves faster when listening comes first.
That feels true. Earlier today, I felt a burst of excitement just from understanding a phrase naturally.
That's exuberance.
That word again.
Because it fits. Exuberance is that sudden positive energy that lifts your mood.
I like how specific that feels.
Language often gives names to emotions we already feel.
It's strange how small moments can change your outlook.
They often do.
Nothing big happened today. No dramatic success.
But something shifted.
Yeah, I feel more patient with myself.
That's progress.
Not loud progress, but real.
The best kind. Growth rarely announces itself. It happens quietly, through understanding, through patience, through small changes in perspective. And spoken English grows the same way, not suddenly, but steadily.
Can I be honest about something?
Of course.
For a long time, I thought spoken English was about sounding impressive.
That's a common belief.
I tried to use big words, perfect sentences.
And how did that feel?
Heavy, like I was performing all the time.
That's because spoken English was never meant to be a performance.
When I listen to native speakers, they don't sound complicated.
They sound comfortable.
Exactly.
Comfort comes from repetition, not from complexity.
That changes how I see learning English.
Good.
Earlier, you said something that stayed with me.
What was it?
About breaking the mold.
Ah,
I realized I was trying to learn English in a very rigid way.
textbooks, rules, fear of mistakes.
Yes, and spoken English doesn't work like that,
No, it breaks the mold.
meaning it doesn't follow the old pattern.
Exactly. To break the mold means to do something in a completely new way.
That actually feels freeing.
It should.
I also noticed something else.
What's that?
When I stop worrying about mistakes, I enjoy the conversation more.
And when you enjoy it, your English improves naturally.
So enjoyment matters.
More than people think.
I guess I don't need to impress anyone.
You never did.
Just communicate.
That's the goal. Spoken English becomes natural when learners release pressure and allow language to flow. Not perfect, not polished, just real.
It's funny how today turned out.
In what way?
Nothing major happened, no big success, no big failure.
Yet it feels meaningful.
Exactly. I think I expected progress to feel louder,
Most people do.
like a clear moment where everything clicks.
That happens sometimes, but usually growth is quiet
Almost unnoticeable.
until you look back.
Earlier, when you talked about recompense, it changed how I see effort.
How so?
I always thought effort should bring instant results.
That's a common expectation.
But recompense isn't always immediate.
Right. Recompense means compensation, but not always in obvious ways.
Sometimes it's confidence
Sometimes understanding.
or peace of mind.
Exactly.
That makes learning English feel less stressful.
Because you're no longer chasing perfection.
I'm allowing progress to show up naturally.
That's the healthiest approach.
I also noticed something about spoken English.
What's that?
It mirrors real life.
In what way?
You don't control every sentence. You respond, you adjust.
Just like going with the flow.
Exactly. I used to think fluency was about speed.
Many learners do.
Now it feels more about comfort.
Comfort leads to clarity.
And clarity builds confidence.
That's a solid chain.
I'm glad we talked today.
So am I.
It didn't feel like a lesson.
It wasn't.
It just felt real.
When conversations feel real, language becomes lighter. It stops feeling like a task and starts feeling like a tool.
This morning feels different from yesterday.
Different how?
Calmer. Like I'm not rushing inside my own head.
That's a good place to be.
I used to wake up thinking about everything that could go wrong.
Most people do at some point.
Now it feels like I'm starting the day with less weight.
That's confidence settling in.
It doesn't feel loud, though.
Real confidence rarely is.
Yesterday, I noticed something else.
What was that?
When I spoke English, I didn't stop myself as much.
That's a big shift.
I wasn't searching for perfect words.
You were trusting yourself.
Yeah, I think that's what breaks the mold for learners.
The old pattern?
Exactly, the fear-based way of speaking.
That old pattern doesn't serve anyone.
It really doesn't. I also realized something about mistakes.
Go on.
They don't stop conversations
People do.
by staying silent.
Right.
So even if I take the rap sometimes for saying something imperfect,
It's still better than not speaking at all.
exactly,
That mindset changes everything.
I don't feel like I need to prove anything anymore.
That's freedom.
It feels like I can finally go with the flow.
And that's when spoken English starts to feel natural. Confidence doesn't arrive suddenly. It builds quietly, through understanding, through acceptance, through everyday conversations. Everyday English doesn't arrive with announcements. It shows up quietly, in morning conversations, in honest reflections, in moments where words feel natural instead of forced. This is where fluency grows. In this episode, you didn't hear complicated grammar or memorized sentences. You heard English the way it's actually spoken. Calm, flexible, human.
This episode is part of our Spoken English playlist, created for learners who want English to feel comfortable in real life. Not perfect, not pressured, just usable.
Spoken English isn't about impressing people. It's about connecting. It's about saying what you mean, even if the sentence isn't flawless. We explored everyday expressions, real emotions, and the confidence that comes when you stop holding back.
You heard how English sounds when people go with the flow, when they break the mold of fear and overthinking, when they speak without waiting for the perfect moment.
You also saw something important. Progress doesn't always come with applause. Sometimes the recompense for your effort is quieter, more ease, more understanding, more confidence than yesterday. And when mistakes happen, when you take the rap for trying, remember this: silence never builds fluency. Speaking does.
Fluency grows when you listen regularly, speak honestly, and allow yourself to improve naturally.
Confidence isn't loud, it's steady. It shows up when English starts feeling like a tool, not a test. If you return to these episodes often, listen carefully, and stay patient with yourself, you'll notice something change.
English will feel lighter, more familiar, more like a part of you.
This is how spoken English becomes real. Not overnight, not perfectly, but steadily. This was episode 4.
Everyday American English,
Real conversations.
spoken naturally.
We'll see you in the next episode.